Hey everybody, Jeff with Covet the Camper. I'm in the truck camper today trying to figure out a way to store this bunk bed a little bit easier. We love the bunk bed. It's working great. You know, the kids and can sleep there and be comfortable. It's just storing it, moving it back and forth from the from the Cabover bed, to above the dinette for the sleeping arrangement is a little bit cumbersome. So trying to figure out a way to to store it a little bit easier so it's kind of tucked out of the way, and we can still use the dinette during the day. So just kind of taking a little bit of a design from like the Class A's and some of the Class C RVs that have the walk around queen bed that lifts up and you have the storage underneath. I'm going to try to do something that's similar in the Cabover bed, and I'll show you a little bit closer what I'm thinking. All right, so in this Cabover bed, we have a pretty thick mattress. It's about 10 inches, and although it's comfortable, we don't really need that much mattress. We can probably get by with maybe a 3-inch or a 4-inch mattress. So what I'm thinking is taking this mattress out and building it up about 5 inches so I can store the bunk bed platforms underneath. So this is, well, I got a tape measure here. Let's see. That's about 4.5 inches for the thickness of this. So if I had 5 inches of clearance underneath the mattresses or the mattress, that would allow me to store both of these bunk bed platforms underneath. So another thing I'm thinking is, getting rid of this big heavy mattress and just using a 3-inch or a 4-inch mattress. Maybe even a futon mattress or something like that would lighten the load a little bit. Even though I'm going to raise the deck, I'm going to use a little bit of lumber, but I've got lightweight. It's kind of a mahogany, it's a Philippine mahogany plywood, super lightweight. It's 1/2 inch. That's what I'm going to use for the platform of the Cabover bed. That'll kind of lift up and allow me to access underneath. This mattress weighs about, I think it's about 42 pounds. So if we get a thinner mattress that's maybe in about the 15 to 17 pound range, even with adding the plywood deck underneath here for the storage, I'm still going to shave off, I'm thinking maybe 10 pounds. So let's go ahead and get some measurements taken and see what we can come up with as far as a design goes. All right, so I got my tape measure for the width. First of all, I want to make sure that I've got a little bit of extra in case the mattress that we purchase is a little bit wider or a little bit longer. So this mattress is 55 inches wide. So I'm going to build the new platform out to 57 inches, and that for the width. And I'll probably go 80 inches for the length. And of course, it has to be at least 5 inches high interior height under the platform, just so I've got enough to fit this 4.5 inches for the height of this bunk bed. And then I'm thinking for the bracing underneath the stringers, I'll have to go one on each side, obviously, maybe a couple of inches in, maybe 3 inches in from the edges of the platform, and then of course one down the center, because I don't want that piece of plywood to sag over time. But I just need to make sure that it's wide enough. This is 24 inches for this outside platform, and then this inside platform is 18 inches, so that won't be a problem there. I can easily have 24 inches on each side and still have plenty of bracing for the bed platform. It's just so it doesn't sag. So another thing I'm thinking is how I'm going to attach those stringers underneath, those pieces of 1/2 inch plywood. And the idea that I came up with, instead of permanently attaching it, screwing it down to the existing deck, I think I'm going to use those command strips. That way, if I want to remove it later, I can, peel those things back and it'll release the adhesive, and I can pull those, those braces underneath the bed completely off the existing, bed deck, and, put the mattress back down onto that. I just don't want to, run a bunch of screws in and, have more holes. It's just asking for problems down the road. All right, so another thing we've considered is, we sit up in bed and do a lot of reading. If you haven't seen that other video that I put those new reading lights in, back there with the USB charging ports. Those have been great. We're, reading a lot more. We've got these little, chair pillows that we put back there, and those are, really cool to have. That way you can sit up and read. So a concern of ours was, headroom. Are we going to have enough headroom up there so, when we're moving around, we're not smacking our heads on the ceiling or on that shelf up there. So this mattress is about a 10-inch mattress. It's a little under 10 inches thick. So if I do a 4-inch mattress and still have 5 inches of clearance underneath the new existing raised platform, we're still going to have about the same height as we are now. So it might even be, a half an inch less. I have to take into consideration that I'm using 1/2-inch plywood. And if I go with a 4-inch mattress instead of a 3-inch mattress, it'll be about the same. If we go with a 3-inch mattress, we'll have a little bit more. But I think I'd rather, go with a little bit thicker mattress, the 4-inch, just for comfort. I don't want to have to, send a 3-inch mattress back and get a 4-inch because it wasn't comfortable enough. Thinking about the design here, I'm going to have to do 2 sheets. So I'll have to cut the sheets widthwise, to get that 57 or maybe even 58 inches for the width of the new platform. So I'll have about 2 sheets of plywood. I'm going to cut. They're obviously 4x8 sheets. I'll have 4 feet, and then or a little bit less than 4 feet up there, and then my wider part, the full 4-foot width here is going to be the front one. So that's the one that'll lift up, and then the other piece back there will just be stationary. Maybe even screw it down. Probably will screw it down, to the plywood stringers that I put in. At this point in time, for the portion of the platform that that raises up, I'm probably just going to put a piece of wood, a stick of wood, maybe a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch on each side. So on the right and the left side. So when you lift it up, that'll prop up and actually hold the bed top up if you want to grab stuff underneath, if we decide to keep sheets or whatever else underneath there, as well as the bunk bed platform. I thought about doing the struts, like are in the Class A's and some of the larger Class C motorhomes. I might still do that, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try this out first. If we like it and it's comfortable, then I might upgrade those to the strut. Those are very simple to put in. The only thing I'll need to do is just put a piano hinge up front, a large, wide piano hinge, and put the struts in. That's pretty simple to do. All right, I'm out here in the shop. Moved the truck camper over here, so I've got good access to it. I got the patio out and the steps down. I'm going to go ahead and get all my parts gathered up and go ahead and take another set of measurements to make sure everything's going to fit, and go ahead and start cutting these platforms and the stringers and start getting these things put in. Get a little bit of a dry fit put in and see what it's going to look like. So here's the plywood that I'm going to be using. This is that Philippine mahogany. It's 1/2 inch. And it's super lightweight, so it shouldn't add too much weight at all to the overall truck camper weight. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to decrease the weight by probably 10 to 12 pounds. So I've got 2 sheets of that. I'm going to go ahead and start getting it cut. All right, so I've got the piece of plywood here on my scale. 27 pounds. I'm going to say 27 pounds for the full sheet. Also, the mattress that's in there now weighs 64 pounds, so I'm going to end up saving probably closer to 20, maybe even 25 pounds on this. And I've got my my 3M tape here. This is some mounting tape. I'm going to use this instead of the command strip. This stuff will come up. It's just a little bit more secure than the command stuff. I've got my hinge. That's for between the two platforms from front to rear, so I can, you know, lift up that front platform. So when I cut these pieces, I decided I'm gonna, when I cut the bottom piece is only going to be, you know, maybe 3 inches wide, 2.5, 3 inches wide, and that's what the double back tape will stick to the bottom of that. And then the 5-inch or the 4.5-inch piece to give me my full 5-inch height will be sitting just like that. But I'm going to go ahead and cut a channel and just dado that joint, glue it up, so I've got a nice strong, you know, platform for that stringer to sit on. So it'll be, you know, basically, you know, 3-inch footprint, and then you know, taped to the permanently taped to the existing platform. All right, so this video is already running a little bit long, so I think I'm going to split this up into 2, maybe even 3 parts. So the next video I'll be doing all of the cutting of the plywood and you know, installing the platform, do the hinge, and maybe even the struts, or at least the you know, the support beams that I'll put in to hold the platform up. I'm not sure if I've tagged the previous videos that I've done on the bunk bed, but I'll go ahead and put that up here just so you can see it in the description, or I'll put a card right here. And then also the reading lights that I was talking about, if you haven't seen that video, we absolutely love these lights. And to have the USB charging port on the side of the light has been fantastic. So check out that video if you haven't already seen it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and you know, click that bell so you're notified when I upload you know, a new video. Like I said, I'm going to split this up into maybe 1 or 2 or 3 parts. So the next video will be the actual install, and I might do a, you know, a final reveal video just showing the final product and everything put together. So subscribe if you haven't, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Shoot me a comment below if you have any questions on the build or anything like that. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. Later.